Okay, so we got a little problem down here in the tomato high tunnel, and it's called blossom end rot. And so here's a good example. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this, so you can see it up close. It's got that old leathery bad on it. And I first noticed it on the Romas. This is the row of Romas. Back up a little bit. You can see this row here. This whole row here is Romas. And first noticed it on it a couple of days ago. And of course, Romas I think are really bad to do it to start with. And when I sent in, I went and looked at some of my other tomatoes, and I just found a few that has it of my regular tomatoes, but I had a bunch of Romas. And now, of course, you know this is caused by calcium deficiency, and not necessarily. I don't know if I necessarily have a lack of calcium in this soil, because I amended this soil before we planted, and I might not have done it enough. But I think my problem is, and it can also be caused by too much watering or not enough watering. And I'm getting ready to water these before I do my amending, and I'm going to show you what I've got here. But about 2 weeks or 2 or 3 weeks ago, we got 7 inches of rain all in one, like a couple of hours, and it kind of didn't flood, but it saturated this soil, and then it got really cold. So I think that combination of things is what started my problem here. Of course, last year now we grew Romas out in the field, and they also had the first ones had the blossom end rots. So I went through and picked them. And so, you know, if you get this at home, you might as well pick that out and just let them, you know, focus on the other plants. And you can still salvage this, and I think we're going to be able to. I hope. I'm going to amend this with some calcium, and we'll use some organic fertilizer. It's got 8% calcium, and I made up a slurry with some calcium pellets. It's like 32%, and I'll show you that in just a second. But I'm going to go through and see if I can find a Roma that has it. I went through the other day and picked some of them off, and you know, here's one. So yeah, these Romas are really bad to get them, I think. I think I'm going to go up and look at the kitchen garden and see how that one's doing. I really heavily amended that soil. But I'm going to go through here and kind of pick some of these off, and then we're going to water, and then we're going to, I'll show you my calcium thing. So we'll go through here and do this, and kind of went through. Now see, the later ones, now this one over here is a later one. I already picked one off this plant, I remember it. But see, this one's fine. So let's see this one down here. That one's fine, and that one's fine. So this plant's good. So I'm really going to water good today, and then I'm going to go find the ones that had the problem, and I'm going to give them a little bit of a calcium solution. Now, you know, some people will say you need to spray it on the leaves. I don't think that does any good, because the calcium comes up to the roots, and you know, it has to have adequate amount of moisture to suck that calcium up through there. If it's got too much or too little, it won't do it. Now, Epsom salt has nothing to do with this either. It adds magnesium. I'm not saying it don't help your tomato plants. It does help you. Matter of fact, they make like a calcium magnesium solution that you can add here, and it's the same thing as Epsom salt and calcium. But I don't have a magnesium problem at all, because look at my stems. I mean, I've got beautiful plants. This one don't have any fruit. This one's got some. See, there's a little one that even got it. So I'm gonna hit this. I'm probably gonna hit all these Romas. This new fruit here is, well, shoot, yeah, that's not good. So I'm gonna hit all these Romas with some my calcium solution. That's a good one there. It's all right.
You didn't water all in.
Oh.
And these right up through here.
That's probably what it all got blossom in right. Okay, so I got them all watered, and I got my slurry here, and just basically just some calcium pellets, and I've been there for a few days, and I've been stirring it. I got them in my water can, and I took my sprayer off so I can get right to the root. So I'm gonna get at it here. You can see, kind of looks like muddy water. Okay, for the rest of them, I got all the problem ones treated, and I'm gonna watch them for a little while. For the rest of them, I'm gonna put an organic. I think it's like a 366. It's got 8% calcium. So this is a different watering can. I took the snout off it. And I'm just gonna go through and sprinkle some at the base, and that way it'll slowly work its way in when I do my normal watering. So I'm gonna do all these, and it's probably gonna take me a while. So, but you get the gist of it, and I think this is really gonna work out pretty well. Haven't ever tried this with the dry fertilizer before, so we'll see how it does. Now this is the tomatoes I got, which is not that bad, considering I've got what, 180 plants in here, and well, I had 180. You know, I've got several that died here, and that's another story I'll tell in a different video. But we got a lot of blooms, a lot of little ones. Just hurts. These are the first ones, especially this one. Let's see, it's an heirloom, and here's another one. I mean, these right here is the one that hurt me. You know, the aroma I kind of expect. The camera died there for a second. Got kind of overheated. It's hot in here. So, you know, I kind of expected that out of the aroma. So anyway, it really hurts me with the heirloom. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, and we'll keep you all updated on this, and hopefully this will work it up. You know, the old proverb, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So, you know, maybe if I'd had a soil test, but I honestly don't think it's a calcium problem. But I am gonna get a soil test after this end of this season, and then I'll check it at the end, and if I need to modify it, I'll check it again for a plant. Appreciate everybody watching. Give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Hope everybody has a good weekend, and we'll be live Monday night at 7:30. Come over and see us and support your local farmer. Go to a farmer market near you, and we'll see you down in the farm next video.